Assalamu alaikum everyone. Dear students, today in this third part of animals classification, we will be studying characteristics of four phyla. They are Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata. Let's begin with phylum Arthropoda. These animals have joint appendages, hence they are called as arthropods. Our planet Earth has highest number of animals from this phylum. Hence, this is largest phylum with highly successful animals in animal kingdom. These animals are found in all types of habitats, ranging from deepest oceans to highest mountains. These animals are triploblastic. It means their embryo is made up of three germ layers: endoderm, ectoderm, and mesoderm. They are eocoelomate, that is, with true body cavity. Bilaterally symmetrical means through only one plane of imaginary axis we can cut its body into two equal halves. And they are segmented, means body of these animals are divided into similar small units. Chitinous exoskeleton is present around their body. They are unisexual, means only one gamete, either male or female, is present in same organism. Examples are crab, spider, scorpio, millipede, centipede, cockroach, butterfly, honeybee, etc. Next phylum is Mollusca. Let's see the characteristics of phylum Mollusca. Body of these animals is soft and slimy. Hence they are referred as mollusk. It is second largest phylum in animals kingdom. These animals are aquatic or terrestrial. Most of the aquatic mollusks are marine, but few are freshwater dwellers too. Body of these animals is triploblastic, that is, in embryonic condition, embryo is made up of three germ layers: endoderm, ectoderm and mesoderm. They are eocoelomate, that is, with true body cavity. Body is non-segmented, means cannot divide into equal parts, and it is soft except animals like snail. They shows bilateral symmetry, means there is only one plane of imaginary axis through which we can get two equal parts of its body. Their body is divided into three regions like head, foot and visceral mass. Visceral mass is covered with mantle. This mantle secretes hard calcareous shells. This shell may be external or internal or even absent in some cases. These animals are unisexual. It means one organism possesses only one gamete, either male or female. Examples of mollusca are bivalve, snail, octopus, etc. Next phylum is Echinodermata. Let's study the characteristics of Echinodermata. On the body of these animals, calcareous spines are present. Hence, they are called echinoderms. These animals are found only in oceans. They are triploblastic, that is, their embryo possesses three germ layers: endoderm, ectoderm, and mesoderm. They are eocoelomate, that is, with true body cavity. They are radially symmetrical in adult stage. It means we may get two equal halves of their body through different plane of imaginary axis of the body. But they are bilaterally symmetrical in larval stage. That is through only one plane of imaginary axis of the body we may get two equal halves of its body. They perform locomotion with the help of tube feet. Tube feet are also useful for capturing their prey. They are sedentary, that they are attached to a substratum and cannot move. They have skeleton made up of calcareous spines and ossicles, which are also called as plates. These animals have good ability of regeneration, that is, they can regenerate their lost body parts. These animals are mostly unisexual, that is, they are either male or female. Examples are starfish, sea urchin, brittle star, sea cucumber, etc. Next phylum is Hemichordata. Let's study the characteristics of this phylum Hemichordata one by one. Body of these animals is divided into three parts as proboscis, collar, and trunk. Notochord is present in proboscis region only. Hence, they are called as hemichordates. These animals are also called as acorn worms. These are marine animals, live in burrows in sand. They have one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are unisexual or some may be hermaphrodite. Examples are Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus. Subkingdom Chordates, main phylum is Chordata. This phylum Chordata is further divided into three subphylums. They are Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Let's see the characteristics of phylum Chordata. These animals have supporting notochord in their body. Notochord is present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Single tubular spinal cord is present on dorsal side of the body, that is to the back side of the body. Heart is present on ventral side of body, that is to the front side of body. Let's see the characteristics of subphylum Urochordata. These are marine animals. Their body is covered by skin-like test or tunic. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming and notochord is present in only tail region of larvae. Hence, they are called as Urochordata. Larvae metamorphose into adults after settling down at the bottom of the sea. Generally, these animals are hermaphrodite, means both the gametes are present in the same animal. Examples are Herdmania, Dolilom and Eucopleura. Let's see the characteristics of subphylum Cephalochordata. These are small fish-like marine animals. Notochord is present throughout the body length. Pharynx is very large and contains gill slits. These animals are unisexual and the example is Amphioxus. Let's see the characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata, which is also called as Craniata. In these animals, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. In these animals, head is well developed. Brain is protected by cranium bone. Endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Some chordates are jawless, they are agnatha, whereas some are with jaws, they are called as gnathostomata.